YouTube, what's going on with you? Is this one recording? Alright, it's recording. Cool. YouTube, what's up, man? How is everyone doing today? Hope you guys are doing okay. Hope everything's going good. I'm doing all right. Cannot wait to get home. That's what I'm doing. I'm on my way back to the crib. Do my 34-hour reset at the crib. Can't wait. Anyway, so we're gonna talk about this lease. I'm trying to make it a series, the leasing a truck thing. I don't know, man. It's a lot that I want to say, and I don't feel like I got enough time to say it. But anyway, so last video, I said don't lease just for the money, right? You have to have something stronger than just the money. The money is good, but you gotta work the stuff out. You gotta work everything out to your benefit, right? In your favor, and that's possible to do, but it's hard. So let's say I'm trying to paint this. I'll do it like this. We're gonna talk about. We'll make it a scenario. So you decided you want to lease a truck. Okay, you're gonna lease from a mega carrier. Now this is I'm leaning on the mega carrier thing hard, because it can be a huge pitfall. It can get you really upset, get you really salty, get you really angry in your feelings, in your bag, pissed off, disgruntled, and make you want to stop trucking because some of the stuff that some of these trucking companies do to people. So here's the deal, right? So you decide you want to lease a truck. You found yourself a carrier you're gonna lease a truck from, right? And we talking the basic standard thing, right? You lease the truck from the carrier. The payment is really high. You can't take the truck nowhere, right? So if things go belly up, you got to give them their truck back and basically start all over somewhere else. Okay, the scenario that most people focus on. That's what we talk about. So you decided you want to lease this truck. You lease the truck. Truck company comes. You go to the company. They say, yeah, we want you to lease a truck from us. How do they gotta word this the right way? We value your success. Okay, we want you to be successful. If you're successful, then we're successful, right? And that's how they set it up. Y'all are partners, right? We want to partner with your business, and we want your business to be successful, and you can be successful with us, right? So you say, okay, yeah, I'm down. You lease the truck, you sign all the paperwork, everything's cool. They let you know, hey, we're gonna have you talk to your dedicated business associate. That's the dispatcher. Okay, that's the dispatcher. They can't call him a dispatcher, but that's the dispatcher, right? Your dedicated business associate, your dedicated business liaison, your dedicated contract advisor or contractor advisor, whatever the term they use, they talking about the dispatcher. And just so we clear, right? But you're going along with this. You go in, you lease the truck, you talk to the dispatcher, everything is cool. You run for, let's say you go hard in the paint, you run for a month. Okay, you and the dispatcher is cool. I'm gonna keep saying dispatcher, but what I mean is your dedicated business associate. Okay, you run, everything's cool. You say, all right, you say, man, I'm tired. I'm running for a month, I'm ready to go home. Okay, I'm making some good money. This is way more than a company driver. Way more money than than when I was a company driver. And you say, okay, cool. Let me call my business associate, my dedicated business advisor. See what's up. You call him up, say, yo, man, I want to go home. Get me to the crib. He says, okay, cool, no problem. How long you want to? He asks how long you want to be home for. You say a week. He says, okay, cool, no problem. He says, I'll call you back with all the information. right? So let's say he calls you the next day. Says, all right, check it out. I lined everything up. Everything looks good, right? I got you a couple loads, get you to the house, right? So you can have a little, so you get to the house, you have a little money, and, just call me when you're ready to come back out. You say, okay, cool. And you think, man, it wasn't like this as a company driver. I had to fight to get a day. I said, I want a week. And they just said, okay, man, this is what's up. This is what I'm talking about. So, you run your loads, you go home for a week, you see your significant other, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whoever, right? And you take them out somewhere nice. You take them out somewhere nice, right? While you're home, you buy them a few nice things, maybe something they may have been wanting, right? You buy yourself a few nice things because you got the money to do that now. And, everything's cool. Everything's good. You call your dedicated business advisor back, say, yo, I'm ready to come back out, find me some loads, and boom, you go back to work. You work for a week, you get that settlement, you say, man, hold up. Wait a minute. This must be a mistake. Like payroll messed up or something. Payroll made a mistake. How'd I get a negative, how do you get a negative paycheck? These guys said I got a negative $200. That don't make sense. I just ran 3,000 miles, so yeah, they must have just messed up. Let me call my business advisor real quick and let's, so he can straighten it out and I can keep doing my thing. So you call him up, right? You say, okay. Tell him what happened. He's like, okay, well, let me check into it and I'll get back with you. He checks into it, supposedly, gets back with you, right? It says, look, it wasn't a clerical error or it wasn't, there was not a paperwork mix-up. You turned in all your paperwork just fine. That's what you're supposed to get. And you're like, well, wait, what? That ain't right. And he says, look, you ran this load, this is what they paid, right? You went home for a week, you didn't make any money, and your expenses still come out. Your truck note's still coming out, your insurance is still coming out, your escrow still coming out, your maintenance money is still coming out, your IFTA money is still coming out. And then that was the week you didn't run, and now this week you still got that stuff is still coming out, right? But you ran this week, so next week you should be back. You should be back good, no problem. And now, at this point, you like, wait a minute, hold up. Now you adding stuff up. You got your calculator out. You got your pen and pad out, right? You like, wait a minute. You adding up those pennies that didn't seem so significant when it was 10 cents a mile here, 5 cents a mile here. This is $30 here. This is $80 here. And now you like, well, hold on. How much is this truck? How much is the insurance? Like, what's going on? And now you're frustrated. You're upset. You might be mad at the company. You might be like, man, I don't see how people doing this. And you might be stressed out because you got bills at home, right? You're still paying rent or mortgage, right? You're still paying the lights bill. You're still paying the internet bill. You're still paying, to put food on the table for your significant other, right? All the while you're paying for yourself out here, right? You got your internet out here. You got your phone out here. You got, your whatever entertainment you got out here that you might be paying on. You got all that. So you're like, man, hold up. How did this? But we just, how did? So I say all that to say this, or my point, right, is very simply this. You have to be aware as much as you can of the situation you're getting into. There are reasons that certain things keep coming up, right, or seem to come up frequently amongst truck drivers, particularly guys on YouTube that say, don't run, pick your own freight, don't run for $1 a mile. You can't make it. You need to run on percentage, right? You need to get to a company that's not holding on to your maintenance money, right? They say things like this, and these things keep coming up for a reason. Read your contract, right? Take your contract to a lawyer. these things are important. If a company is not letting you, not giving you the contract before up front and saying, here, read the contract, let's, you know, that, because that's what business partners do, right? You read your contracts, right? Everything's in black and white. And if changes need to be made, you know, y'all come to an agreement. A lot of these mega carriers, there's no agreement to come to. It's their way or the highway, and they make it seem like there's nothing else. There's no other option for you, but that's not true. You know, there are other mega carriers out here. There are other trucking companies out here that will lease you a truck. Period. So whatever carrier you may have your heart set on is not the end all be all. But the point of this is read your contract, right? See what it say. Take it to a lawyer, right? See what the lawyer say. And then get back to the trucking company and say, well, nah, you need to change this, this, and this. And, you know, if, you know, a good trucking company is going to say, oh, okay, we, you know, you come to them with some reasonable, you know, some reasonable things, they're going to say, okay, if they're on the up and up business-wise and they can work that in, if they really want to be your business partner, they're going to work it in. They're going to figure it out. And, you know, that's what it is. But hey, you might be okay with the contract as it is. Okay, be okay with the contract, but know what you're getting into, right? Understand that if it's getting paid by the mile, you're getting paid by the mile. You need to be running 3,000 miles a week, and you know you need those coast to coast runs, right? Understand how that company does business, right? So some companies don't do coast to coast runs. So it's hard to make the money that you need to make if they're paying you by the mile, but you're only getting 2,300 miles a week. It's not gonna fly. You need that. You need that refrigerated money, them refrigerated miles. You need them Miami to LA or San Diego runs or something. You know, you need that as opposed to a run from, I don't know, Virginia to Jersey. That ain't gonna cut it. At $1 a mile, you might be stuck quick. So, like I said, I say all that to say, I made this video kind of long, but I say all that to say, you know, to pay attention to what you're getting into, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Ask other drivers. Ask a few drivers from the same place. See what they say. See if they're giving you consistent answers. See if the answer's all over the place, right? You know, take what the recruiters say with a grain of salt, because they don't know. They ain't no truck driver. Typically, they don't know what they talk about. They read from a script, and if you ask them a question that ain't on the script, they don't know what to say. Just keeping it real with you. But this video has been way long, kind of way long. I might record this one again. Try to make it shorter. But yeah, just something I was thinking about real quick before I call it a night. And yeah, I'll holler at y'all.